Good afternoon. It's 1 p.m. With that, I'll call to order the monthly committee for public safety. Can I get a motion to accept the minutes for the December 15th, 2021 meeting? Motion from anybody accept the minutes? Dave O'Brien first. A second?
I voted, Daryl.
Sorry, Sue. Yep, I'm trying to multitask up here. You know the deal.
You're doing good.
Second by Sue. Discussion. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion's carried. Thank you. Department reports and updates. Request. Alternative sensing. Mike on. Mike, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Chairman. Good afternoon, everyone. I just wanted to update you. Previously, I mentioned that with bail reform in January of 2020, each jurisdiction was mandated to use a validated risk assessment when making recommendations on pretrial risk assessments to the court. So someone's detained over in or held over in the county jail, and our office goes over and does an interview. Based on that, we develop a risk assessment, whether they're a low, medium, high, or extremely high risk to reappear in court. So that's all we're really measuring today, to appear. And when the bail reform came into place, I had difficulty finding someone to do the validation process for us, but we were fortunate. Finally, a researcher out of Niagara University, Dr. Craig Rivera, he also validated Niagara County's instrument as well, agreed to do it for free. It's a really intensive process. We send him hundreds of pages of data on 250 detained offenders, and he does his analysis. And what we found is that he found that our tool was statistically accurate and was validated, met the standards, and now we are one of 5 jurisdictions in the state that actually are operating in standard using a validated instrument. The instrument that we use will have to be revalidated in approximately 3 years, and I was very pleased to see this because it was a point of contention that we were using an instrument that wasn't validated on the local population. So I just wanted to update you on that. It was a great outcome for our county. So that's it. You have any questions? Anything that I have the full report if anybody wants it, I can forward it to you electronically. So on that, that's all I have on that topic. Also, right now we're getting into our planning phase for community service projects. We have one project slated for the Greenwich Elks Club, doing painting on their pavilion inside and some work around there. But other than that, we're putting together a list. Just let me know if there are things that in your towns that you may would like some attention paid to. I'll be glad to take a look at it, and I'll be in touch. So that's all I have there.
Anyone have any questions for Mike? Well, thank you, Mike, for that effort. I know it took a lot of work to get that validation done, and you've established a benchmark for the state, actually, with that recommendation going forward to the justices so that they can make the right determination for the community. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill.
Moving on to code enforcement, Mr. John Graham. Sir, the floor is yours.
That's great. The 2 things that are on the agenda, I wanted to cover those, and then one additional quick thing. The first thing is software update. Hopefully we're going to be wrapping that up and going live by the end of this month, even. We have training for Tuesday. Things are moving ahead very nicely. Helpful for us. Eventually, when we switch on the public portal, it will be helpful for them, public too. So. Next thing was septic. For all of our building and septic permits, they all expire after a year. What we currently do is send out renewal notices for the building permits, and there's a $25 renewal fee for those. Not been doing that. I don't think we've ever been doing that for the septic side of things. Really not a whole lot of septic systems that run past that year. But when there is one, we have not charged the $25 fee. It's not in the fee by the board, so I'm asking if we could add that fee to septics. Came across the board, not a whole lot of cases that would be charging that. And just to make it a standard thing across the board, and asking if we start doing that. And third thing, we have 6 people that have turned in applications, code enforcement. One of the interviews tomorrow. Hopefully I'm going to have another one Friday. Both of those folks they've already taken the civil service test and passed those first. Start with the folks who haven't taken that yet. And then code.
So, make a motion to implement the $25 fee for septic renewal.
Second by Dave. Any other discussion on that? The septic fee renewal? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Any other questions of Mr. Graham? Seeing none, hearing none. John, thank you. Good luck with the interviews and the selection. District Attorney, Mr. Jordan, sir. I don't see the District Attorney on there. He had 2 items that he was working on. I thought he would be on to explain that. It's a forfeiture spending plan and update request for apply for a grant. Let me just move that to.
I can reach out to him, Mr. White, if you want to move on.
Yeah, please, we'll move on, see if he's available. Come on. Do that. I don't believe Mr. Lemieux's on. I'll cover what he needed. I don't see him anywhere. Biggest issue there that he was looking for was to get permission for an overnight for training. It's an annual conference that he attends for training and certification for his duties. It's budgeted for. It is a 18th to 20th of March is the travel. And he will come back in April and tell us how it goes. So take a motion to accept that overnight. Dave O'Brien. Say again, second by Matt?
No, Matt, I second.
Thank you. Motion by Matt, seconded by Dave. Discussion. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. All right, so we use travel plan. I'm sorry, Al, did you have something?
I can text Melissa after the meeting. There's currently a no travel meeting by the chairman. I just want to make sure that we're still either under that, not under that.
Oh, okay. Question.
Or if we anticipate being lifted by then, or? We can deal with that offline. Sounds like the whole state, sounds like everything is, like our March meeting that we
go to, that seems like it's coming up now, that NICEAG said that's coming on board. That's gonna be in person, and that they were talking April ones that were on board, so I assume that something's coming to an end, but I don't know.
Right, here in the county, we're under no travel.
Right,
We needed to know
we're under the county, I don't
clarity
know.
wise, yeah.
I guess you gotta make plans in advance if you're gonna go.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. No, you have a good point.
Yeah, this kind of is, not his last opportunity, but getting close to his last opportunity for
Understood.
approval. Yep. All right, well, that's contingent upon the other,
I'm sure it'll be fine, I just wanted to clarify.
okay. All right, next up is, EMS. Mr. Bruce Mason, is he on, or who's representing EMS today?
I'm here in the back.
Yes, sir, floor is yours.
Well, it's just I believe the appointment to that advisory board again, position in Argyle was defeated last month. So there was a recommendation that we submit his name, Edward Parker, and there's an alternate, Stephanie Parker, put her name in. And that's what I'm bringing to you right now.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I do, I wasn't part of this committee during that conversation, but I did listen to part of the conversation. Yes, Brian?
Yeah, so this is an alternate, is the first one still the recommendation though?
Well, yes, and I firmly don't understand, I mean, I've done EMS for 50 years here in this county, and, find the man fine. I'm not sure, I've never had an appointment that wasn't, on forward, so, you guys decide, I don't understand it nor does he, but I still forward him things because I think he's a valuable asset, so. It's everything that.
I'm not an authority here, I move it.
All right, do we have a motion to move forward with the nominee, Mr. Edward Parker, to the Washington County EMS Advisory Board for the town of, or for Argyle EMS? Mr. Dave O'Brien, have a second?
Based on recommendations from Bruce, who's been in EMS for 50 years, so everyone, I will move that.
Do I have a second? Got a second by John Rozelle, Sue Clary. Discussion. Thank you. Mr. Half.
Is this for Stephanie Barker or Mr. Parker?
Mr. Parker.
This is for Mr. Edward Parker.
Well, then I request an executive session like I did last time we did this.
All right, do I get a motion? I got a motion for executive session. Do I have a second? Mr. Dana Hogan, I believe, seconds that. All in favor of going to executive session? Say aye. I have one. I have two. Three. Say again? Mr. Rozelle, are you voting to go to executive? Correct. Opposed? Dave, one. All right, the ayes have it. We'll go to executive session.
Any filling in the committee to leave Bruce in the room?
Yep. As people in the back, if you're not part of the committee, please.
Well, you can hire Bruce to stay if you want, I guess, but you don't have to.
No, I think Bruce knows him. I'd recommend having Bruce stay, but
Yeah.
you have to, you guys, I'm not on the committee.
What's the members of the committee okay with Bruce saying?
Yes. EMS rep.
Okay. Any opposition to Mr.
Yes.
Mason saying? Go ahead, Dana.
So we are in executive session now?